Right now, live at 5, the Great Minnesota Get-Together is canceled for just the 6th time in the event's more than century-and-a-half history. And exploring ideas to reopen. Business owners from Northland shops say they're being left behind, the message they're hoping to send to the governor.
Coming up tonight, travel tips amidst the coronavirus and Memorial Day weekend.
Plus, President Trump is urging churches to reopen. This as the CDC is releasing guidelines for them to do so safely.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park as we head into this Memorial Day weekend. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. We're learning more about the Minnesota State Fair's plans to close this summer due to COVID-19. But first, we'll hand it over to Dave Anderson for a quick look at your weekend weather forecast. Dave, Memorial Day weekend, a lot of people looking at what the weather's going to be like.
And it's probably going to be cloudy and a little bit rainy, perhaps only a little bit, especially early on in the system. There's actually 3 lows out there lurking, and that could bring us persistent light chances, perhaps through a good portion of Memorial Day. Let's start by taking a live look towards Jacobson out west, just to see if anything was creeping in from the Dakotas. And yeah, the sky is filled with gray clouds, but no rain yet. Tonight, there is a slight chance for sprinkles and a slightly better chance for showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. There's the trio of lows working our way, a small trough to the south near Nebraska and an occluded low towards Saskatchewan, and then another low coming out of Idaho here. None of them very potent, but through persistence, some of them may pay off with a bit of rain. So here's a look at what we're expecting this weekend. 40% rain chance on Saturday, becomes a 60% chance on Sunday, and Memorial itself on Monday. We'll talk about how much could come down with the latest charts coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, for just the 6th time ever, this year's Minnesota State Fair has been canceled. The State Fair Board of Directors voted today, calling it the only decision they could make. It was scheduled for August 27th through Labor Day, but with uncertainty surrounding COVID-19 and with people's health in mind, they couldn't justify holding the event. They say planning for the Great Minnesota Get-Together takes an entire year, and doing the bulk of the work this summer during a pandemic would be impossible. The State Fair's general manager says it was a tough decision for everyone.
This is going to be tough on everybody, but we need to do this for the future. It's the right thing to do. We can't go forward and take this huge risk on a fair this year. We'd be putting a lot of people's health at risk, and we can't do that.
A record-setting 2.1 million people visited the fair last year. The general manager acknowledged losing that will certainly have a big impact on businesses. But many of them have their sights set on the 2021 State Fair, which will take place August 26th through September 6th. If you already had a ticket for this year, you can use it next year. We mentioned this is only the 6th time the State Fair has been canceled in the 161-year history. It was not held in 1861 or 1862 because of the Civil War and the U.S.-Dakota War. In 1893, there was a scheduling conflict with the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. World War II travel restrictions prevented a fair in 1945. And in 1946, it was the polio pandemic that caused the fair to be canceled. A group of restaurant and bar owners in Carleton and St. Louis counties are making a plea to Minnesota's governor to let them open for business inside their buildings. Governor Tim Walz announced this week the next phase of the Stay Safe order, which allows limited outdoor dining at restaurants and bars, along with salons and barbershops. CBS3's Jesse Slater spoke with several business owners tonight who say they have had enough and need to reopen.
We're not looking to thrive, we're looking to survive.
Governor Tim Walz's latest decision has left some restaurants and bar owners puzzled.
I think everybody was surprised by this order that he came out with.
The order states outdoor dining can begin on June 1st, with restaurants maintaining social distancing and seating no more than 50 people at a time.
We're so excited to be open. We were proactive. We bought the thermometers. We had extra masks come in. We were doing, the tables distance.
But that's an unrealistic ask for businesses in northern Minnesota, according to the owner of Powerhouse Bar in Proctor.
The weather in this area, it can change in a minute.
Owner of the Jack Bar in Cloquet says it's about more than running a business.
This is how we pay for our families to live. These are our livelihoods.
And if businesses are unable to open under the new guidelines, that could likely mean more losses.
For all these other little places that are closing and can't keep up or can't open because they don't have food or a patio, it's devastating.
So next week, these bar owners are asking others from all over the state to gather and explore options on how to reopen and how to have their concerns reach St. Paul. Come Wednesday, this parking lot here at the Powerhouse will be full of Minnesota business owners hoping to send a message to Governor Walz.
We want to do this in a very smart and safe fashion, following the CDC's guidelines.
That meeting we just mentioned will be held at the Powerhouse Bar parking lot in Proctor on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Those hosting the meeting are asking people to social distance, bring your own chair, and wear a mask. Owners of bars, restaurants, salons, and more are welcome. Meanwhile, more than 24 restaurant owners sent a letter to Minnesota's congressional delegation asking for help to survive the COVID crisis. Members of the Duluth Local Restaurant Association sent the letter. It asked for changes to the CARES Act, including extending the loan amount restaurants can receive and giving them more time to pay back the money. The members also asked the delegation to consider setting up a restaurant stabilization fund, putting aside $120 billion to help independent establishments reopen. They also mentioned new tax rebates and insurance benefits. The restaurant members say recovery will take time and they need help from Congress. The CDC has released new guidelines on reopening places of worship after the president announced he's designating them as essential. The agency encourages the use of face coverings among staff and congregants and recommends cleaning and disinfecting frequently touched surfaces in between gatherings. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
President Trump announced he is designating places of worship as essential services.
Some governors have deemed liquor stores and abortion clinics as essential, but have left out churches and other houses of worship. It's not right. I call upon governors to allow our churches and places of worship to open right now.
The president also threatened to override any state or local official who does not open churches, mosques, or synagogues.
The leaders in the faith community should be in touch with their local health departments so that they can communicate to their congregants.
As states move toward reopening this week, coronavirus task force coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx pointed to a drop in daily cases in states including New York.
But other areas remain a concern for task force officials, such as here in Washington, D.C. And experts say this holiday weekend, it's important to continue to maintain a distance of 6 feet apart from one another and take other precautions.
When you go out for this weekend of Memorial Day and you want to do some kind of social gathering, it's very important to maintain that 6 feet distance and very important to have your mask with you.
Vice President Mike Pence made his second trip out of Washington this week, this time to highlight the reopening of Georgia, where he met with the state's Governor Brian Kemp and restaurant executives. As the nation pauses to honor fallen heroes this Memorial Day weekend, President Trump welcomed bikers to the White House for their Rolling to Remember event. Flags here and around Washington will remain lowered at half staff through Monday to also mourn all those who've lost their lives to the coronavirus. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
We did reach out to local churches to hear their thoughts on President Trump's announcement. The Diocese of Superior already planned to offer communion this weekend. They say they're proceeding with caution before holding services with social distancing in place. We did not hear back from the Diocese of Duluth, but yesterday they told us they plan to resume in-person services on Tuesday with limitations and guidelines in place. Minnesota's governor has ordered churches to only have services with 10 people indoors or outdoor services starting June 1st. Let's take a quick look at the latest COVID data in our tri-state area. In Minnesota, there are 19,000 cases with more than 800 deaths. In Wisconsin, there are more than 14,000 cases and 496 deaths. And in Michigan, there are more than 53,000 cases and more than 5,000 deaths. Worldwide, there are more than 5 million cases, more than 300,000 deaths, and nearly 2 million recoveries. Still to come on Live at 5, the goal of better broadband access in greater Minnesota, plus a cap on public-sponsored events in Mountain Iron. City by City is up next. And coming up tonight at 6, we are looking ahead to this Memorial Day weekend and how travel may be impacted as lockdowns ease up across the state and country.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's magical moments. Just plain starstruck. Shop our Memorial Day sale and save 23% or 60-month financing only at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Enhance your quality of life. Increase your mobility. Achieve your potential. For specialized, individualized care, call Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, providing the professional care you deserve. Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, serving people throughout northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and upper Michigan.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
For more than 80 years, innovation has been at the heart of everything we do at Nissan, and today is no different. We're finding new ways to help you keep going while helping you keep your distance. Ask your local Nissan dealer about buying or servicing a Nissan vehicle from home. Now, get no payments for 3 months. Plus, we'll cover your payments for up to 2 additional months, or get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on 13 models. This is help when you need it.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give during this coronavirus outbreak. Patients are counting on life-saving transfusions. Visit redcrossblood.org.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's outrageous moments. More room for the king of the castle. Shop Memorial Day savings on Tempur-Pedic. Queen mattresses starting at $25 a month, only at Schneiderman Sleep.
A study to expand broadband access is being done in Itasca County, plus a cap on public-sponsored events in Mountain Iron. That and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. Starting off in Grand Rapids, where a study is being conducted to determine the feasibility of expanding broadband access across greater Minnesota. Itasca County as well as Coochin County announced their partnership with RAMS yesterday. The study involves testing internet speeds across the counties to determine broadband funding recommendations for local governments. Now to Mountain Iron, where the City Council has approved a resolution to cap city-sponsored summer events during the COVID-19 pandemic. This resolution preemptively removes city permission for events such as parades. However, with many summer events already being canceled, some city councilors have questioned the need for the resolution, which only applies to events taking place on city-owned property. And a heads up to drivers in Ashland. Reconstruction along Vaughn Avenue and 7th Street West is set to begin Tuesday of next week. The project aims to replace the aging sewer and gutter system. The street will be closed from Vaughn Avenue between 6th Street West and 11th Street West and 7th Street West between Chapel Avenue and 4th Avenue. Motorists are asked to use caution in the construction zone. The project is set to be completed by October 21st. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email, and it could be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, COVID-19 shutdowns have had a major impact on how Instagram influencers run their business.
And here's a live look at Grand Portage, where it's greening up on the ground and graying up in the sky. We'll talk about our rain chances for the weekend coming up after our break.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to live local CBS3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
As we all work to get through these challenging times, we're working on your new home. View at Bluestone, Duluth's newest multi-generational living just up the hill, is coming soon. View at Bluestone offers pet-friendly, modern living that meets all your needs. Learn more, take a virtual tour, or lease online at view@bluestone.com. Leasing studio 1 and 2 bedrooms for August 2021. Your new View awaits. View@bluestone.com.
Be smart. Be active. Be confident. Vision Pro Optical is here for you, specializing in eye exams, glasses, contacts, and billing your insurance. Serving the Northland for more than 30 years with you as our focus. Visit visionprooptical.com for hours and location details. Vision Pro Optical. Be and be seen.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Come on down for big laughs. Hello, everybody. I like those glasses.
Trying to imitate you.
Come on down for rip-roaring fun.
Amazing. You made it.
Come on down for spectacular surprises.
$35,000. Just won $200,000.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new car.
You need this in your life.
Yes. Boy, is it going to be a good hour.
The Price is Right. Weekday CBS Daytime.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7. Your life, your music.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to live local CBS3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, just a few minutes ago, we took a live look at what's going on in Grand Portage, just down the road a little bit in Grand Marais. Looks like a decent day. The lake is fairly calm, but again, the sky's getting grayer as a couple of low-pressure systems get closer. They'll be bringing us our rain chance for the weekend. Some of these chances will be stronger than others. Some of the system's rain totals will be stronger than others as well. Let's move on now and take a look at what's coming our way with the current conditions at the airport here in Duluth. And it's 65 degrees despite the gray sky. The relative humidity is 65%, and that's helping to squash the fire danger a little bit, at least for a little while. If this rain pays off, that'll be a big help. Easterly winds going 9 miles per hour, and our air pressure, it's still on the higher side at the surface, but it's slowly going down. Right now at 1,015 millibars. Yesterday it was around 1,021. Now we take a look at the current temperatures for our area. We've had some pretty warm temps inland, but now with the cloud cover thickening, it's coming down a little bit. Still 73 Watersmeet, 67 Ironwood, and 61 in Ashland. But in Wisconsin, those temperatures indeed are cooler than they have been the past couple of days, especially inland. Though 53 in Superior is pretty close to the cooler by the lake folks there have been with for several days. 60s inland Minnesota rather than 80s like yesterday, so the numbers coming down a little bit, should rebound a little bit tomorrow, getting into the 70s inland with 60s by the lake. Doppler map right now shows several low pressure systems bringing the clouds to our area, if nothing else for the time being. The rain chance tonight is about 30%. Here's our 3 low pressure systems. There's a wave to the south that may be the first one to work up into our area, and occluded low farther to the west that could be the second. And coming out of Idaho, our third contestant, the next chance of rain that could last into Labor Day. It looks like the one for Labor Day, Sunday night into Monday, may be the one that packs the most punch. So how much rain are we going to get as we go through Monday? And now it looks like that system on Monday could last a little bit longer than noon. Well, it looks like about a quarter to a half inch for many of our towns here in our region. But Moose Lake could be getting close to a half inch, all right, and down towards Hinckley, an inch straight up. So southern folks will get more of the rain Up north here, we may not get quite as much, but we can use every drop and we'll take what we can get. Tonight, we get a 30% rain chance in Minnesota with low temps from 45 to 55 degrees. In Wisconsin and Michigan, the low temps there should run 49 to 56 with the same 30% rain chance. And then for tomorrow, it nudges up to a 40% rain chance with maybe a couple of non-severe thunderstorms embedded in there. 65 to 74 will be the temperatures folks in Wisconsin and the UP face. 60s by the lake and 70s farther inland. Into Minnesota, well, 50s by the lake, 60s just over the hill, and then 70s farther inland. 40% rain chance with embedded thunderstorms there as well. And now with the extended forecast here, Sunday night into Monday may be the best chance for the rain of the bunch and packing most of the accumulations that are possible. Then Kristen, by Tuesday, we start to clear up and we'll warm up a bit too. 77 by Wednesday.
Sounds good. Green things up, I think. Hopefully. Thanks, Dave. Social media usage is way up as people under shelter-in-place orders spend more time on their phones and computers. While that would seemingly create more opportunity for those making a living on social media, as CBS News' Laura Podesta reports, the influencer industry is being impacted by the coronavirus, too.
Alexa Buckley, the co-founder of women's footwear company Margot, stepped up the brand's social media presence when New York City ordered all non-essential businesses closed.
It's a huge opportunity in that we have a more captive audience than we've ever had before. And so we've been thinking a lot about sort of community building.
That community is enhanced by influencers like Sarah Azani, who has 125,000 Instagram followers. As a new Margot ambassador, she receives free shoes and earns a 15% commission if someone buys a pair from her Instagram post. Azani welcomes the income opportunity after losing work with other companies because of economic uncertainty.
Are these projects that you were depending on for your salary?
Yes, I mean, it's projects that I had planned out a few months ahead of time.
Influencer Julia Berelsheimer, with 1.2 million Instagram followers and a successful clothing line, says she's collecting more photo likes and blog readers, but also finding fewer business opportunities.
There are not a lot of campaigns coming in right now.
Both Berelsheimer and Azani are shifting their messaging to stay in tune with their audience.
So much of influencer marketing is luxury, is this perfect life. And right now it would be kind of tone deaf.
It would be really insensitive.
We just want to provide a bit of joy to the people following us and uplift them while still being real and transparent that, you know, this isn't the easiest time for anyone.
Both say they can use this time to build stronger relationships with their followers. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
All right, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about pets. Today's furry friend comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing. Meet Oscar. He's a 12-year-old domestic shorthair with orange and white coloring. Oscar is the younger brother of Seymour, who you may remember from last week. And while they are brothers, Seymour and Oscar are polar opposites. Oscar is a bit on the shy side and doesn't like a lot of noise. He would fit best in a quiet, peaceful home with no rammy animals or big dogs. He can be very affectionate and loves people when he is not overwhelmed. He will need to be neutered before he can leave. If you would like to be that home for Oscar, you can set up an appointment by calling the number on your screen. Still to come, as dentists in Itasca County reopen their doors for patients, they are having to make some changes to how they operate.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
At UCare, we've been decomplicating Medicare plans in Minnesota for a long time. In fact, we've been offering Medicare Advantage plans longer than anyone else. Our Medicare Advantage plans are affordable, and 96% of Minnesota providers accept UCare. So if your provider practices at any of these clinics or hospitals, you can likely keep them. To learn the basics of these and see how your Medicare Advantage plans compare to others, visit ucare.org/TV.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth. Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
I'm Dr. Carolyn Phelps, licensed psychologist. In the wake of this pandemic, many of us are feeling over-challenged and overwhelmed. If you or someone you care about is struggling with anxiety, depression, or any other mental health problem, please know this: getting help matters. Mental health care is essential care, and it's still available. Simply contact a local mental health care provider yourself or ask someone you trust whom they'd recommend. Now more than ever, reach out for help.
I'm Dr. Ann Stephen with Essentia Health.
And I'm Dr. Nick Van Dielen with St. Luke's.
We all want to do our part to keep our community safe.
And there is something very important that you can do to help.
Join Essentia Health and St. Luke's as we partner to collect 10,000 homemade masks.
These masks will be used by healthcare workers, patients, and visitors to help prevent the spread of COVID-19.
This is the land of 10,000 masks.
And know that we are very grateful for your gift.
I am most excited about getting to really know the viewers in the Northland and getting to show my personality too and letting the Northland kind of get to know me. I'm a very energetic person. I'm always at 100 and I'm always excited to be able to tell stories and being able to have a little bit of fun with it too. And I think that's really, really important on a morning show as well, because you need that energy in the morning to wake you up.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
I don't believe there's another meteorologist in this area who has the experience and years that Dave has.
He's an Ely guy, he's local, he's been here.
His experience, that's something that's really special to CBS3.
He's just like this bastion of knowledge. He remembers everything.
Get to know Dave Anderson weekday nights on Live Local CBS3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
Duluth's College of St. Scholastica announced today it plans to reopen to students in the fall. President Barbara McDonald says all the college's campuses will be open, including the residence halls. Classes will be held both in person and online and are set to start September 8th. McDonald says this plan could change if the pandemic circumstances change. She says safety is a top priority, so they'll be making plans for how to maintain social distancing, prepare student health services, and follow athletic conference guidelines. Itasca County dentists are taking precautions as they start to see patients again. During a press conference today, several dentists in the area outlined the steps they're taking. They're screening patients via phone before their appointment and then once more at the door. The patients are escorted straight to the treatment room. Some dentists are also still prioritizing patients based on need. That's helped them limit the number of people in their offices.
Actually, a relaxed environment compared to what we're used to as far as the number of patients. Now that will increase as time goes on, but as we sit now, it's kind of a, one by one, not 2, 3, 4, and 5 at a time. So.
Scenic River's health services leaders say they originally wanted to open for elective care next Tuesday, but they had a hard time getting enough PPE, so they had to push that date back. They hope to start those appointments on June 1st. We'll have more local news when we come back.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over-the-air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's magical moments. Just plain starstruck. Shop our Memorial Day sale and save 23% or 60-month financing only at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet. I want to thank you for allowing us to serve you these last 2 decades. During this difficult time, our frontline employees are following all CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of both our customers and our employees. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years on all our products. This offer goes through May 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. We will also give you a $25 gift card to a locally owned restaurant with every new appointment. We look forward to serving you soon.
Hello, Northland. It's good to see you.
During this time, staying healthy might look a little bit different.
But we're still here to care for you.
St. Luke's now offers new ways for you to see us.
Like telehealth video visits, which is how I'm talking to you right now.
If you do need to be seen in person, you can rest assured
we are keeping our clinics and hospitals clean and safe.
If you have any questions
or want to make an appointment,
give us a call.
We'll be happy to help.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth. When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's outrageous moments. More room for the king of the castle. Shop Memorial Day savings on Tempur-Pedic. Queen mattresses starting at $25 a month. Only at Schneiderman Sleep.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Here's a live look from Lake Superior as we head into this Friday evening of Memorial Day weekend. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories and a peek at what's coming up tonight at 6. For just the 6th time ever, this year's Minnesota State Fair has been canceled. The State Fair Board of Directors voted today, calling it the only decision they could make. It was scheduled for August 27th through Labor Day, but with uncertainty surrounding COVID-19 and with people's health in mind, they couldn't justify holding the event. Coming up tonight at 6, Memorial Day is a chance to honor our nation's veterans who gave all, but many also see the holiday weekend as a chance to kick off their summer travel season. This year, under the threat of a pandemic, most people's plans for the long weekend will look a lot different. We'll tell you how on the CBS 3 News tonight at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next. We'll see you right back here at 6. Have a good night.